It is all about the African representative in the FIFA 2018 FIFA World Cup, Nigeria. Remember, Nigeria is one of the 2 African nations that have a chance to at least go to the knockout stages of the competition. Well, we are waiting. The game is going to be starting at 8 o'clock against a weakened and wounded Argentina side. We will see if the likes of Iheanacho will make it against the likes of Messi. But with me here, as you mentioned, I've got one of the Nigerian supporters with me here, Adetouchi Omotola.
Good evening, how are you? Good evening, how are you?
Yes, as I've said, it's a big match tonight. Let's talk about the Nigerian national team. Already they've played 2 games. Your thoughts on how they have performed so far?
Well, the first game was very disappointing. Croatia, it's a useful side, strong European side, but to lose 2-0 in your first match for Super Eagles, not to score a single goal, was very tragic. The country was mourning, especially since we had sold 3 million jerseys. 3 million jerseys for $60 each. So that was a disappointment. But of course, you have to win 3 games, or at least you need to play 3 games. Everybody gets choices of 3. So the second game, we came out against Iceland. I knew that Iceland was not as strong. I mean, they were the weakest team in that group, outside of course the African teams. Iceland wasn't a big team, so I knew that if we could play our game and not look at the stands and get nervous, and we should be able to do it against Iceland. And thank God for Musa, because Musa is very quick and he's very ambitious. And he was able to put in those amazing individual brilliant goals. And that was how we were able to get to this point where we're now thinking that we can go all the way. But I think what is also important about Nigerian teams is that we have no respect for anyone. Messi, Ronaldo. Nigerians are very, very confident people. We're very dynamic, and we force things to happen our way. And in football, it's not different. So we are very excited to be in this game. Argentina, we have a score to settle. Maradona cheated us many years ago. And with Messi, I don't think Messi is really keen on this World Cup. I think if you look at his body language, I think he's had too many games. He's been in too many big games. And probably, it's time for him to hang his boots. And maybe we'll help him to hang it tonight. But I suspect that this game will be very tough. It's Nigeria has to defend, because you're going to have Higuain and Di Maria and Sergio Aguero. They're going to try and fall down in the box. So any little movement, they will fall. I mean, and the Nigerian defenders have to be very careful. They're very young, inexperienced, but they have to be very, very careful. I think it's going to be a close match. I think whoever wins is going to be maybe 2-1 or 1-0. But of course, I would like Nigeria to go through, because all we need is a draw.
Adetouchi, do you think this is the right time to face Argentina, a wounded side, a side that seems so far they're all over the place? Do you think now this is Africa's chance, this is Nigeria's chance to put Argentina out of the World Cup?
Look, I always quote Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson says, they come, they come. When they ask him, why do you beat people in the first round? He says, they come, they come. I think if you want to be world champion in football or any sport, you must be ready to face any team. So if they line up Portugal, Belgium, Germany, you should be ready to face them. You have no business being in the World Cup if you're going to be praying for an easy draw. You play maybe, Saudi Arabia, or you play a small team. Nigeria, we're 200 million people, Africa's largest economy, Africa's biggest population. We want to play Brazil, we want to play Argentina. We're not bothered. But what is important is 11 against 11. The boys have to keep their shape. They don't need to get too excited. It's 90 minutes, 45 minutes, one half. Argentina is not better than Nigeria. At this World Cup, there's evidence that they have not won a single match. So if they win today, it will be their first match. So we need to stop them. And whatever it takes, we have to stop them.
Well, as you can hear from Adetouchi, one of the Nigerian faithful supporters, talking about all the dynamics involved in tonight's crunch World Cup Group D match. Well, all the Nigeria have to do is to play a draw against Argentina. It remains to be seen if that is going to be the case. But every African here at Asanka Restaurant in Rivonia is hoping that Nigeria will prevail tonight.